guys, welcome back to my channel. Again, we're having a very gloomy day today, but I'm finally filming during the day. I haven't had time to do that for a very long time. So today I'm coming at you with a sort of bag review video. It is a Chanel bag. So this is the bag I've been using for the last 2-3 weeks now, quite frequently. It is this beautiful, beautiful Chanel mini reissue in the distressed calfskin with aged gold hardware. So, and I love this bag. I mean, if you guys didn't look at my unboxing for this bag, you can definitely check that out. I did a few comparison video of this bag with other different mini bags that I have, and it still remains one of my favorite bags. Just because it's so classic, you know, and it's very carefree. It's not flashy because it doesn't have like very flashy, shiny hardware. It's this kind of old looking, aged hardware. It's black, so it's kind of easy to go with outfit. It is sort of not in trend in the sense that, you know, a lot of things are more like flashy logos or, you know, the canvas, monogram canvas is very in for the past few years. So this is not kind of on trend from that perspective, but you know, it is a very classic look. It's not the classic size for these reissue bags, but I think the mini is actually it holds a very reasonable amount. Another reason I love this bag, it is because it is a single flap. I actually have some things in there because like I said, I've been using it quite frequently. It is a single flap bag. So the classic design is a double flap. The double flaps are really nice, but it really kind of takes up a lot of space in there and it makes a bag really, really heavy. So this one is just a single flap, which makes it quite spacious and very easy, like a lot more user-friendly, I think. So I also have the classic flap, double flap, like in the CC logo and the kind of the classic medium size. But I don't use that one very frequently. This mini size, it just seems a lot more, I reach for it a lot more frequently. I think for various reasons, you know, because the fact that it is a distressed skin, you know, it's harder to see any actual scratches or marks in that sense. And also because it is an aged gold hardware, like it doesn't, you know, you can't tell if your chain has been scratched or has been smudged or the shine is no longer, like the coating is fading, because it's already kind of like showing the inside silver coats a little bit. So a quick introduction on the bag. So like I said, it's one big single flap and there is a divider in here. So you can slide in your card holders or just cash or whatever you need in this one dividing space. And then it has the classic Mona Lisa pocket in the back. Again, you know, your quick access to your ID card, to your credit card, your parking pass or whatever you need can go in here very easily as well. So again, I've been using it. I've owned this bag for over half a year now, but you know, given the COVID situation, I haven't been using it quite as much as I want to. I used it a bit when I first got it, and then I stopped, and then I used it frequently for the past 3 weeks, and I just find it really, really easy to use. I think in my unboxing I've mentioned there are 4 gourmet for this bag, which is again another reason why I love this bag. It's very classic versus compared to the just the regular Chanel minis. They only have 2 gourmet. So if you want to adjust the shoulder strap chain drop length, you have to like kind of wrap it in the bag. Whereas this one, you do it the classic way, you know, where it becomes the double chain. And I think this is my favorite length to use. However, I think that the problem with this is obviously it doesn't stay on as well as when you do it crossbody. But I do think this double chain length is my favorite length. And another kind of, I guess, flaw, or it's not really a flaw to the bag, but if you watch my channel, you know I like very big, oversized, casual looking clothes these days. So, you know, with a big sleeve, it might not always work when you're trying to put on a small kind of shoulder bag. So obviously the second option would be crossbody. And I think crossbody, I think this bag really hit the spot with the strap length, like the overall strap length, because I think it sits in a nice place. Crossbody as well as double strap. I find the mini rectangle to be quite long, so I tried on that one as well. And crossbody is slightly longer than this one, and I find it a bit too long. You do have to use something to make the strap a bit shorter. There are tons of different ways you can do this. You can always like wrap it inside, and there are different ways that you can play with the strap lengths, because you have this option of, you know, having a lot of people simply just like tie it up like this with an elastic band or some kind of soft cloth, and that won't damage your bag, and that way it will shorten the length for you. So there are many different tricks for how you can do that. So that's not really an issue there. Like I said, the reason I think, again, it's not another flaw. I think I love this bag so much that I'm just struggling coming up with flaws or cons for this bag, because another reason I love this bag so much, and again might not be a thing that other people love, is how low-key this bag is. You know, because it doesn't have the flashy logo or the flashy canvas, it's not super obvious to, you know, someone else who's not familiar with a fashion house what this bag is. It makes it easy for me to go out with it, knowing that people might not recognize the bag, or, you know, not realizing it's a Chanel bag. So that, I think that's another reason why I really love it. And the fact that it's super carefree. So I've used it for a while now. Now, again, going back to the same point, I think if you're looking for a bag as an investment piece, this probably wouldn't have as, like the resale value on this bag probably wouldn't be as good compared to like a regular mini rectangle or mini square, just because a lot of people who are looking to buy on pre-market are looking for those more statement pieces. So the minis are super cute, and they're so hot right now that if you can get your hands on one, and especially you're looking for an investment, I think that's a great piece to get. So this one here, it's fairly rare, but I think you can still get your hands on them. Again, for resale value, in terms of resale value, I don't think this one is as good. So if you're looking for your kind of first Chanel investment piece, I would say this might not be the choice for you. I think people who goes for this one really are into the, you know, the very classic first Chanel big iconic piece, and this is like the look for that. Another thing I would say is in comparison, so this version, I honestly don't even know if you can still find them in store right now, in boutiques right now, but the single flap mini version, it's significantly cheaper compared to the double flap version. And I think maybe 4 years ago, they launched this exact size with a double flap, I think in 2016, and it costs more than the single flap right now. So the next size up for this is actually doubling the price of the bag. So it's from that perspective, it's a really good price for the bag. I think that's all for now, and thanks for watching, and I will come to you with more reviews soon. Talk to you guys soon. Bye.